Hello again, everyone. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I'm back with another Steam Deck gameplay video. And so this, again, I'll just do my caveat real quick, or my disclaimer real quick. So if you haven't seen my other videos, if you haven't heard this before, yes, I do know that this is not the most ideal way to record these videos. Yes, I do understand that the video, the picture of the screen is not the best. Trust me, I have tried everything else short of buying a capture card and figuring out how to do that, which I just have not done. I've tried everything else. The problem is that there's no easy way to record in gaming mode, which there are certain features on the Steam Deck that don't work in regular desktop mode. So there are certain features, like, for instance, the magnifier, the Steam and the L1 button to magnify. That just doesn't work on the desktop. So there are certain features that only work in gaming mode, and you just can't record in gaming mode. If any of you watching know of an easy way to record, please, by all means, let me know. But I have really tried everything that I've researched so far. Hopefully, Valve will come out with an easy solution of how to record directly from gaming mode. Valve, if you're listening. So this next video I want to do is Aeon of Sands, The Trail. This is one I checked out quite a while back, but Aeon of Sands, The Trail. It is currently unknown by Valve. It is from December of 2018. It's by 2Bits Kid, and the store page says, let's see, it says very positive, 87% of 88 reviews, so it's not a ton. It is a grid-based movement. I don't remember if this is turn-based. I think it is. I think it's turn-based, and it reminded me quite a bit of the old games that I like, the games I first started with. So I'm going to check this out, Aeon of Sands. I have tested it. I believe it works okay. I don't recall. I don't think I've had to map any controls to it. It's got some humor in it. I was just checking it out again. So when you first boot it up, it does use the in-game mouse pointer, which you may have a hard time seeing, but it's there. The in-game mouse pointer, so you're using the right trackpad or the right joystick, and then I'm pretty sure you use the right trigger, the R2, to select. So new game load, help, options, credit, exit. Options, there's quite a variety. So you can do autosave. For the GUI, you can do a tutorial, show stats, bar values, show tooltips, which I have all checked off. For video, I've got full screen. There's a borderless full screen option, full screen resolution, stretch, VSync. You can lock mouse cursor. For audio, basically sound effects, music, So keys. There does seem to be quite a few keys, but I think they're all taken care of, except I'll check. If it's not, then I can always map it. But so escape is pause menu and back. There's a quick save, quick load, which I almost never use. Inventory map, screenshots, which I don't usually do. Save game folder, which I don't usually do. Page up and page down, you can map those. I haven't tried those yet. You can also use the mouse to scroll. Space, active pause for beginning mode, U plus left mouse to identify equipment. That might be problematic. I'll have to figure that out. And then WASD is moving forward and backward, and then there's strafing. That's actually AD, and then turning is Q and E, but it's also already mapped to, I think, the D-pad. And then there's right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, 1 through 6, and then cast first spell, second spell, third spell. So I'm not sure you really have to use those. What I have found in a lot of mouse games and keyboard games, I usually don't use keyboard commands. I just usually don't. So we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. And so difficulty level, beginner, normal, or hard. I'm just going to leave it on normal. I'm going to start the game. It does take a minute. It does not a minute, but it takes a little bit here to load. There is a little bit of humor in the beginning dialogue that I was refreshing my memory here shortly ago to check out to see how it plays, and I appreciate humor. I appreciate humor in games. It's getting there. La 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 la. Loading all resources. Okay. All right. So in the end, you are here. There's a floor that's covered in sand, a ceiling that's orange-like, and a salad bowl turned upside down, which is also very large. And then you have choices. Again, using the in-game mouse pointer. So choice number 1. What's that? Give me some poetry. I paid big money for this game. 2. Yeah, don't waste time on words. Illiteracy or death. 3. I know everything already. Just start this thing. So I'm going to go, yeah, don't waste time on words. Illiteracy is death. Yeah, who'd want to know about all that crap about the story anyway, with all those turns and twists on which a third-rate writer pored over for the better part of a year? 1. I'll skip all dialogues, laughing cruelly at him. 2. Just give me the gist, will you? So we'll just say, give me the gist. Okay, here's the gist. You will see more dialogues during the game. What you do with them is up to you. You can breeze through them or read them. Your game experience will be different, but you will be able to complete the game in either case. So you only have one choice. Please elaborate. Okay, the point is you play the clerk Satrani, and you should keep him alive. The game is not over until he dies, as this is his story. Go on. That story may go here and there, but you access some dungeons or others, depending on the paths you take, give you items or companions, and take them away from you. But even choosing randomly without reading the dialogues will give you the crawling you crave, and you would still be able to reach any game's end. Now this is where you probably oh, here we go. Good. So the left L1 did scroll down, and the R1 button scrolled up. You could also use the side here scroller with the mouse. So good. So that's already mapped. Now you're talking. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, and then it's going to keep going. Okay, Satrani, the guard of Satrani, a guard and a small pile of money that you'll eventually use to buy stuff later at the marketplace, reached the entrance of the underground of their city to get some crap needed to exit the town and go search for a lost caravan. Come on, there's more. Yeah, there we go. Here starts your dungeon crawling part. Bye. Finally, rats and loot. Here I come. I told you I like humor. Okay, so here we go. We got tutorial, controls and mechanics. These panels explain the game's controls and mechanics. You can move through them by clicking on the arrows at the bottom right, down here. You can exit at any time by clicking on the cross button at the top left. That's the X button. Also, escape can be pressed to skip a single panel. So I don't know if I have a mapped escape. I could always check. But let's see. We're going to scroll forward. These are your movement controls down here. With the left mouse button, click on the arrows to move or turn. Yeah, you can, but that's really inefficient. Your compass is down here. With the left mouse button, click on the mini map or press M on your keyboard to access the large map. Okay. You can use the WSQEAD on your keyboard to move around, which is actually mapped to the joystick and the D-pad. W moves you forward, S moves backwards, Q and E turn left and right, A and D strafe left and right. That means basically sidestep. Alternatively, you can use the arrows on your keyboard. You can, but that would be very inefficient. Okay, so here we are in our screen, or our picture. No, I'm going to stop that. And now, I can't turn it off. Okay. All right. So here you have your view window, right? So it's smaller, like some other games. You've got your character here. You've got your compass. You've got, again, these controls here. You can move. You've got your map. So let's see how things work. I can use my joystick. Forward is forward, back is backwards, and then right is sidestep, left is sidestep. Whereas if I use my D-pad, down is back, up is forward, right is turn right, left is turn left. So that's cool, and I would probably use the D-pad, or I would remap the controls so that, if I wanted to use the joystick, I would use turn instead of sidestep, because I don't like sidestepping. I mean, I do, but only in certain, I guess, instances. Usually I turn most of the time. So let's see what happens when we click on the map. Yes, it opens up the big map. There we go. Large map. The large map shows what you have already explored in the current area. You can press the right mouse button and drag the map to explore every corner. So this area shows the indicia of the map, which is kind of like the, what do they call that? The legend of the map. In order to flag important things, you can draw on the map. The area shows you all the guide marks you can use to make your notes. Okay, and with the left mouse button, select an icon. Then to place it anywhere on the revealed part of the map, simply click on a tile with the left mouse button. Select the pencil icon and place it on the tile to write a note. Select the eraser icon and place it on the tile on the text note to or draw an icon to delete it. Exit the large map by clicking on the mouse. I mean on the X. Okay, so there's that. Now let's see how this works. If I right click and drag, nope, that didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Nope, nope. Okay, that doesn't work. Now left click. Aha! Left click does something. Ooh, look at me moving it around, left clicking. Okay, so the left trigger does the movement thing. Okay, there we go. So left trigger, and then let's see. We said let's say I click on a hole, and do I click and drag? No. Do I click left trigger? No, that's moving it. Oh, there we go. I clicked on it. Now I move it over here, and I go boop, and there it is. Oh no, I thought I did it. Boop. No, it's not leaving it. There we go. Yay. Okay. Apparently I have to be very much on it. So let's go to erase. Click on the erase icon. There we go. And I'll go over and I'll click right on that. And there it's erased. Yay! Well, you probably can't see that because it's too small. But basically over here you have a legend that tells you what you're seeing on the map. And then you have drawable icons. So you can actually map, put on the map, illusionary wall, teleporter, hole, platform, north, east, southwest, pencil, and erase. So this seems like an old school game where, I mean, at least they let you, at least it auto maps for you, and then you can just fill it in. But that's interesting. Illusionary walls, teleporters, holes, things like that. Okay, and then let's see if any of them are keyed as well. Y, no. X, no. B, okay, B, oh, that's right, B sidesteps, which that's not very helpful. That's not very useful. This button up here takes me to my menu. I want to continue. This button up here doesn't do anything. This doesn't. Those don't do anything. That's. Oh, you see a character tutorial when I left click. Oh, that must be the seeing item. Interesting. And then okay. So yeah, if I wanted to have a button that pulled up my map, I would have to map it to the M key. If I go over here to this character and I right click, it opens up the character. This is your character's inventory. From here you can access the party inventory at any time by clicking the left mouse on the chest. This is your backpack. You can drag and drop items from the world into it. When you hover with your mouse and pointer over them, a tooltip will appear describing their stats and bonuses. While in inventory, you can use consumable items like reagents, edibles, and curative items by clicking with the right mouse button on them. While in inventory, you can make the item owner comment on any item by clicking the middle mouse button on it. Interesting. So I doubt anything is mapped to middle mouse button, so I'll have to check that out. These are the character's active slots. You can drag and drop items on them to wear or to hold. Their bonuses will affect the character stats immediately. You can also access the character stats by clicking on the character's name, or switch to a different character if available by clicking on the small arrows to the left and right of the character's name. To close the inventory panel, simply click on the character's portrait. So, okay, here we go. So we have just the portrait. We have head slot, cape, necklace, hand, right hand. So when you hover over that, it pulls it up and says category right hand. DPS, so it tells you the DPS in the game, 0.5. Damage 1-to-1. Cost -1 stamina. Cooldown 2 seconds. So it tells you. I like that. That's interesting. Left hand, it tells you basically the same thing because you can use apparently right now using right and left. You have a chest, so worker tunic, category shirt, middle U plus left to identify. Middle. I guess that's middle mouse button maybe. So I'm going to have to try to find that. So down here we have the guy Citrani. We have arrows, which there are no other characters. This is the party. Alright, so we opened up party inventory. And this is your party's inventory. It works exactly like the character's inventory, except that the game action is paused. Well, that's good to know. So when you're in your inventory, your character, the game is not paused, which means this is probably not turn-based. On the left, there's the stash, a list of items acquired in the game story that you can drag and drop to any character individual inventory. You cannot place items in the stash. To return to the game, either click on the character's portrait or on the cross, or basically the X at the bottom left. To access the option menu, click on the cog icon at the bottom left of the cross. Yeah, okay. All right, so there's our menu, there's our exit. There's our character, right? I'm going to go back into him. All right, I need to find out, let's see, Steam button, controller settings, edit layout. Is anything okay, scroll wheel up, scroll wheel down, L4. Let's make let's make R4 because that's what I use more often. Let's make that the middle mouse button. So middle mouse click. So click on that. Scroll over to mouse, and then we said middle mouse click, right? So let's make that a middle mouse click. That's the R4, and then we'll see what happens. So if I'm here and I do the most disturbing industriousness washes over you just by looking at the rough fabric. So in here in the dialogue text, it apparently your character comments on things. So here's your pair of slippers, which is a category shoes. I'm going to now press the R4 button, and it says comfy dress classic look. Perfect to keep your feet burn free. Okay, all right, that's amusing. Okay, so there's that, and I didn't say anything else I needed to map to anything. If I click on this, I can't attack anything yet. Okay, so that's fine. I'm sure it'll tell me. So I'm just going to walk over here. Again, I don't know if this is one of those games where you really need to look at every wall or test every wall. Oh, now. This is Citrani, your main character. You can click on the left mouse button on his portrait to access him. I know that. You can have up to 3 characters in your party. Okay. When you have more than one character, click and hold any portrait with the right mouse button to drag it over to another portrait to swap the characters' positions in the party roster. Okay. All your characters walk in a line. The first one will get more damage from enemies in front of the party. The last one will get more damage from enemies in the back. Oh no. Health, stamina, and mana bars. Hover over them with the mouse pointer to see their number values. The health bar indicates vitality, decreases when you take damage. It slowly regenerates over time. That's nice. You can also recover some health by consuming food, water, and medicinals. Right, so eating and drinking just regular increases replaces health. At 0 hit points, a character dies. There is an exception. However, when that character is Citrani and he has at least one companion, then at 0 hit points he will only fall unconscious. If Citrani is the only character in the party and he reaches 0 hit points, then he dies too, so strength and numbers. Stamina indicates the possibility of your character to perform actions. It decreases with each performed action, but it slowly regenerates over time. The desert is full of magic energy called mana. This source is enabled by consuming a reagent of one of the mana classes, air, water, magma. When the character casts a spell, his mana intoxication increases. When his mana bar is full, he gets mana poisoning, which is damage. So be careful not to cast too many spells at once. That's right, I forgot about that. So that's a different take on this. Instead of having a mana pool that you use, you cast spells and then you get mana sickness, mana poisoning. This is the character's right hand. It holds melee and ranged weapons only. This is the character's left hand. It can hold shields, ammo for ranged weapons, or a few small weapons, activators, and consumable items. You can grab items from the floor and drag them to the character's hands. A usable hand slot will then be highlighted. There's a spelling mistake, but that's okay. If you drag and drop them on the character portrait instead, the items will go to your backpack. It might happen that someone attacks you. Then you can press 1 on your keyboard or click the right mouse button on the right hand slot to return attack. So, okay, I can click on that when there's somebody to attack. You can attack or use an item in your character's left hand by pressing 2 on your keyboard or by clicking the right mouse button on its side. I see. So rather than clicking on the hands for your 3 characters, there's mapping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so you could just press keyboard buttons to do it. Yeah, I don't think you would be able to replicate that in the Steam Deck. I don't think there's enough controls to do that efficiently. Maybe there are. Maybe if you use the right, maybe if you change the right joystick, you'd get 4 of them, right? Up, down, left, and right. Interesting. Okay, so there's that, and so we're moving. So it does talk to you, or it does give you text messages that you have to pay attention to, or you don't have to, I guess. It's not hard, it's not difficult to read, but the text is a little small. The underroots. I knew I should have remained in bed this morning, and again, I don't know if I should be looking at everything, but all right, and I don't think I can click on things, so let's see. All right. The wall here should have something to open that door. Now, what was it? Oh wow, that was not easy to see. This is a partly hidden root, a lever to pull open this door. You need to carefully look at the environment. Well, there's my answer right there. As in the underroots, you can barely see these hidden switches. No shit. Usually, buttons or switches are near a door, but not every time. You can always identify an item in the world by right-clicking on it. Also, your mouse pointer turns into a hand cursor when something clickable is there in front of the party. Yeah, so I would not have picked that out, not even remotely close. So however, though, that's interesting because look, the hand. So I'm on the root right now, but as I scroll away from it, it's still a hand. Now it turned away all the way over there, and then hand, way over there. So way up there is a hand, way down here is a hand. So that's cool because what that means is if you leave your mouse pointer in the middle of the screen, chances are, as you're looking at walls, you'll identify something. So I'm going to try to test that out. So see, my mouse pointer is on the middle of the screen. So yes, that's what I would have to do. And every time my mouse pointer went away, I would just touch my right trackpad again. So yes, that's what I would have to do. Okay, so there's never anything right there. Oh, see, look, there it is again. It popped right up, which is good because I would not have recognized that. And it's going to close the door. Very interesting. Okay, so yes, that is good to know. All right. So, all right. I would like to get some combat going here. My fear is that it is not turn-based. So I'm trying to pay attention to everything, but can't go that way. You can go here and see where you've been, right? This is your map. It's auto mapping for you. So that's helpful. I'm going to go back the way I came so I can try a different path. That was the doorway. Okay. All right. Ooh, there's stuff. Okay, let's go here. Oh, look at that. There's a root. And there's an empty box. And here's, okay, I'm not close enough, am I? Okay, let's find out. Oh, there we go. Now I'm close enough. So now I grab it, and I drag it, and I drop it onto his hand. Now I can attack with it. Aha! Woohoo! Look at me! Being all attacky. But there was a key here. There. I don't know what it did, but it did something. I don't know. What did it do? I have no idea what it did. I probably shouldn't have clicked it until I knew what it did. But, oh, they probably opened that door. So, all right. Come on. Oh, there we go. Look, there's another one. Oh, that's because there's a door. So let's not open that yet. Let's go over here. What was that? See? That's what happens when the Public Works Department is held by incompetent buffoons. I'm not quite sure what that means, but maybe it's because of the dead body here. No, I can't do anything with it. But there was another thing back there, so I can't click on that. Oh, there we go. It closed that. I see. Okay. All right. Interesting. So, again, I'd kind of like to get into a combat here just to see how it works, but or maybe I don't because I'll probably get killed. But oh, what's that? That's water skin taken. So let's drop that on my face, and then I open up my face, and there it is. It's down there. All right. Look at us being all, you know, efficient and everything. And let's see. Oh, there's another button. Oh, that closes the door. Okay, there we go. And now I can't go any forward there because it's blocked. All right, well, look at me. I'm cruising. We checked that out. Oh, no, wait. Maybe we didn't check that out. Oh, yeah, we did. Right? Yeah, we checked that out. It was a dead body. Okay, and then we went this way, and that was clear. Okay. That's the way I came from. So, all right, let's turn right. So I will say, I've been playing an old game called Wizardry 6, and it is note to self: when in doubt, flee. That doesn't sound good. There's my thingy. So yeah, I don't want to flee because I quite frankly I want to see what combat does. I was playing an old game called Wizardry 6, and it doesn't auto map. And what I have found is that you know, if you one thing you can try, there we go, is just stick to a wall and always stick to that wall. So, for instance, if you're going somewhere, just decide I'm gonna always stick to the right. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well now it's gonna give me a tutorial. Oh look, a very large hostile rat, your first enemy. Now I'm stuck too because I let myself get trapped where there's a door behind me. You can fight with your character's bare hands by clicking on the hand slots with the right mouse button when your enemy is in front of the party. However, you better use a weapon. If you have one in your backpack, open it and drag it and drop it in the weapon into your hand slot, blah, blah, blah. I already have a weapon. Please keep in mind that there is a short cooldown after each. Yes, I know, so you have to time your attacks. To hit the opponents is only one part of the combat. You also have to try to not get your character be hit in return. To do so, you can time your blows to break the preparation of the opponent's attacks. Or you can simply have your characters dodge and no longer be in front of the enemy when they attack. Remember, you can strafe left and right or step back from the enemy to avoid being hit. Oh no. Ah! I think I'm gonna die because I don't think I'm hitting him. Oh, whoops! I was clicking the wrong button. Oh no! I was clicking the wrong button. No wonder I'm gonna die. Ooh, so it's not right trigger, it's left trigger for. Ooh, oh no! So there's a running dialogue of what was happening. So my sovereignty increased by 1%, and he'll do better in melee combat. Okay, well that was good. And then okay, yeah. So this is going to take me a little bit to get used to the controls because again, you know, sidestepping is left and right this way. Turning is left and right this way. And then it's not right trigger, it's left trigger, L2 to actually attack. So that is going to take me a little bit to, whoops, that's sidestep again. That's going to take me a little bit to get used to. I'm going to have to practice that. So I'm going to stop right there. I mean, basically the movement controls are there, the attacking is there, the selecting is there, you can click on the map, you can click on their portrait. I did map the middle mouse button to the back. You could map the hand controls, right? Where if you weren't using these buttons, maybe you could use them to attack instead of using your mouse. I don't think it really matters per se, but I don't know. It would have to depend. But other than that, I mean, I think the game looks like it runs. So I'm going to click up here, and yes, we'll go over here and we'll, sure, I'll save it. Why not? I have an autosave. I don't care. No, I don't need the autosave. So I'm going to quit the main menu. So again, that's Aeon of Sands, the trail. Aeon of Sands, the trail. I have tested this out in the past, and I got a little ways. I got pretty far down the road. Yeah, this seems like a fun game in the older style that I like, and that's one of the reasons why I was interested in that game to begin with. So anyway, I hope that helps. I do think this is playable. I do think it's playable. You might want to program a couple buttons for quality of life or maybe just efficiency purposes, but I do think it's playable probably as it is, and then or maybe you might have to do that one button to identify stuff. I didn't see another button natively mapped to identify things like that. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope these videos are helpful. Again, yes, I know this is not the best way to record these videos. Yep, I understand that. If these videos are helpful to you, or if you appreciate the time that I'm putting into them, please like, subscribe, get notifications, leave comments. I'm happy to see comments and to leave, to respond. And I'm open to suggestions and or help. If you have things you can help me with, that's great. I appreciate it. So anyway, again, it's the weekend. I hope to get more videos up. In the meantime, happy gaming, and I'll see everybody later. Hope you have a great night. Bye.